and they just found out, what, in June that they were coming over to. But I think she's excited. She really has had a lot of Power 4 experience in her coaching career as an assistant. She was at Michigan. She was at Baylor with Kim Mulkey. They won a national championship. So she really knows what it takes in leagues like this to get it done.
And Robertson has it as SMU wins a very contested tip. Peterson, good spin move in the lane with the left hand. Jessica Peterson.
Yeah, that's a great move against Faye inside. Peterson, they're going to look to get her the basketball. As Faye, last game against Louisville, was in foul trouble early.
Faye misses down low. Here comes SMU. They're going to run. Zanai Jones with the ball right now. We look at that lineup. There's Robertson's first three, and it's pure.
And you'll see that. You see her little slingshot right there. Little action she gives after her shot. She's a big-time player.
Faye has had a couple of new starts and a steal right away by Pitts for SMU.
Yeah, Pitts was super smart there. Faye didn't see her coming. She was behind her. Took away the basketball.
The floater that time doesn't fall for SMU, but good hustle by the Mustangs to get the ball. But Washnitz with the steal. It's what she specializes in. Drives into the lane, is fouled as she went to the hoop.
Yeah, a great play by Marley Washnitz. As you mentioned, Jeff, she is a little over, averages a little over 2 steals a game. You see here, she just smart heads-up play. The point guard gets her hands in there, and then rewards herself on the other end by getting to the free throw line.
And good for Marley. She took it strong to the rim and will go to the foul line to shoot 2. It's where she struggled early in the season. And she had been shooting better until a jinxed with that miss. Marley 57% from the foul line, 7 points a game. And the second one is good, and the Panthers are on the board. It's 5-1. Panthers with a little bit of pressure. Both teams have had spurts where they've turned their opponents over. We'll see who wins that battle. That'll be one of the keys here today. A lot of movement so far from this SMU offense.
Yeah, absolutely. Trying to get their top player going, Robertson.
Good defense by Malcolm. It doesn't matter.
Wow, she rises up over. Pure looking shot right there by Robertson.
And if you're Aislinn Malcolm, who's getting the start here today, can't do it much better than that. Just a good shooter, made a good shot. Also starting today is Erin Battle, the sophomore from New Jersey. No more, handoff to Washnitz. Malcolm's the Panthers' three-point shooter inside to Faye. Faye triple teamed and traveled.
Yeah, and Coach Toyle Wilson is hype on the bench over there. They sent not 2, but 3 players to triple team Faye down there, and credit to them because they get a turnover because of it.
And this is a Pitt team that's looking for some easy points, for some points somewhere other than Faye, and trying to get it off. Fast break and missed there by Robertson, and the rebound to Battle. Battle will pull it up, not having numbers, to Marley. Marley, good pass down low to Faye, and Faye is fouled by Peterson.
Yeah, that was quick. Erin Battle right to Washnitz. Washnitz sees that Robertson is playing behind Faye, gets her the basketball nice and quick. Faye gets herself to the charity stripe.
The thing I really appreciated about Marley during her time here is her basketball IQ. Like those little things, you know, knowing to get it the quick entry, and that if there's a post up, you want to be looking down low as Faye makes the first free throw.
Yeah, she's smart. She's definitely a smart player out there on the floor. She does the things that don't necessarily show up on the stat sheet, but she's doing things for her teammates that, you know, help them hopefully get the win.
A couple of free throws, Faye shooting 73%. And again, that pressure and nearly a turnover, ball knocked out of bounds off of Battle's hands.
Pitt showing some good quarter court pressure right now, getting their hands in the passing lane, getting some deflections, and that's what you want to see. Turnovers will start to come.
Floater for Robertson, no good, and Pitt comes down with the rebound. Marley hands off to Battle. Faye's down low, good up and under move by Faye, but partially blocked, and then Elmore tried to go up with the rebound, no good, and Pitt is late to get back. Here comes SMU. Open three in front of the Panthers bench is good. Khadija Woods with the three. She only shoots 18% from out there, but that one was perfect.
Yeah, really nice shot for her. She was coming off of her best game of the year as a Mustang. 12 points at Syracuse.
Spin move by Aislinn Malcolm and just couldn't get it to roll. And a good box out by Peterson, and Faye is slow to get up.
Yeah, Peterson really holding her own down there, getting some boards, but just being more of a presence on the inside.
Well, when you're feeling it like Woods is, 2 in a row. The senior transfer.
That's huge for SMU, getting somebody else on the scoreboard, and she's picking up right where she left off last game.
Now it's Elmore trying to make a move down low, and a turnover by the Panthers. Substitutions for each team.
You see here in Robertson, their best scorer. She passes it over to Woods, finds Woods in transition. She knocks it down, and then again, the extra pass. Bang, bang from the corner.
And if you're going to pay attention, you're going to give a lot of attention to Robertson. And if she can find those open players, SMU is going to be a handful.
Absolutely.
13-3 Mustangs. Quick start here for SMU. 5 of 8 from the floor, and good defense by the Panthers, and a takeaway as Elmore gives it to Washenitz. Kylie Marshall's in for SMU, and for the Panthers, Mikayla Johnson, no good on shot. Excuse me. Audrey Biggs in for the Panthers. SMU the other way. Peterson down low against Elmore. Righty hook shot, no good. Ball tipped out, and the Mustangs will reset.
Yeah, that's tough there. That's what they cannot do. Pitt really, SMU gets on the offensive glass.
Oh, look at that offensive rebound and the spinning putback attempt, but no good. Coming up with a loose ball as SMU, they couldn't make that either, and the Panthers come away with it.
Yeah, 2 in a row in the same possession, 2 offensive boards. Pitt cannot allow that today against SMU. They are crashing the offensive glass extremely hard.
Elmore from the top of the key, no good. Offensive rebound for the Panthers this time. And mid-range shot, no good by Biggs. And the rebound to the Mustangs. Panthers 0 for 7 from the floor here in the first. Jones guarded by Washenitz, ball knocked out of bounds. SMU 5 of 12, but the Panthers 0 of 7. It's 13-3 Mustangs. SMU comes in 10-6 on the season. And Brianna, it's not often that you see a team get better at the start of conference play out of non-conference, but that's been the case for SMU.
Yeah, it sure has. They're new to the ACC, but that doesn't matter to them. With those first 2 wins, they are 2-2 and looking to get this third ACC win here this afternoon.
And even their 2 losses in the ACC, a tightly contested game at Florida State, one of the best teams in the conference, and then at number 20, or at home to number 20 Cal. I mean, it's
right, tough opponents that they're playing against for sure, and they're in these games.
And the Panthers, good job trapping. Battle coming the other way, can't finish. Faye had it for a second, but lost it. Here comes SMU. Robertson stops, pops, no good. Off a rebound to Khadija Faye, who is getting back down the court. Panthers down 10. They've had some opportunities. They look down low, and that's taken away by SMU.
Yeah, great backside help defense by SMU.
Kylie Marshall, and then finishes it on the other end, and it's 16-3.
Just a 27% three-point shooter is Marshall, but that was a good-looking shot from her. 4
of 7 are the Mustangs early on from 3, and only 1 of those by Robertson.
Yeah, and Pitt can't score the basketball right now. SMU is on a 9-0 scoring run.
And Khadija Faye is fouled by Sandra Malaliko. Magaliko, the senior, is at Arizona State and started in New Mexico Junior College. Inbounds for the Panthers, trailing by 13 here in the first. Inbounds to Faye. Faye to battle to Washenitz. And good hands by SMU's Khadija Jones. Aislinn Malcolm drives in, and ball is knocked away. Now loose on the floor, picked up by the Mustangs, and like the horse, they're coming quickly the other way, and a blocking foul on Marley Washnitz as Robertson was heading to the basket.
Yeah, she just put her head down and was getting to the paint there. Marley Washnitz steps in, as you see here, Nia Robertson. Baseline to baseline, coast to coast, takes it all the way. Marley Washnitz really does a nice job trying to step in there to take a charge. But Nia was getting to that rim no matter who was in her way.
It looked like Marley's feet were still moving a little bit, just couldn't quite get set. TK Pitts in for SMU as Khadija Jones will sit, the grad student from Jersey City. So she knows about snow. Not everybody on this SMU team had seen snow. And then your first chance is Syracuse. And the odds of seeing snow are pretty good, like 8 months of the year.
Syracuse and Pitt, I think they're going to see snow somewhere, right?
Yes.
If not Syracuse.
Or Boston College.
Yeah.
Robertson free throws, and it's 18-3. 11-0 SMU run. There's Johnson into the game for the Panthers. Faye, not a three-point shooter. Gets it over to Battle, who is. That is no good, but Faye hustles down the offensive rebound, finds a cutting Elmore, but she couldn't finish and was fouled on the attempt.
Yeah, boy, did Pitt need that. Elmore, thankfully for the Pitt Panthers, they called that foul because that was a nice pass, nice heads-up play from Faye to Elmore. Elmore couldn't finish, but she does get to the stripe.
Shooting 83% from the line. And those little things, like you see it, like the IQ plays, the recognizing it, it's now taking that and finishing more consistently.
Yeah, and Pitt just can't finish right now. Aislinn Malcolm on the bench right now, started the game today. Usually known as a three-point shooter. She's gotten to the basket, she's gotten to the paint 2 times, couldn't finish. Elmore just couldn't finish there. Washnitz, I mean, they're having a difficult time. They're getting good looks, but they just can't finish the basketball.
Second free throw, no good. Faye was getting worked on a little bit during those free throws, but she's okay. Nia Robertson fouled by Battle as she turned the corner. She made it. It's not the WNBA, no continuation.
She wanted that, right? She wanted that and one.
I'm thinking someday she might get an opportunity there. The junior from Fort Worth. In 63 games, that's what took her to get to 1,000 points. Started her career at George Washington.
It's impressive.
And wide open from 3 and buries it. And holds the post. Still
holding the post. Little love and basketball action there.
And a foul down low as Faye was setting up down low. Robertson, 5'7", but look at those numbers. As a freshman, and the A-10's a good conference. 14 points, then 16, and then she elevates it to a
new level,
better conference and another level.
Yeah, she's impressive. She's definitely impressive, Jeff. She was A-10 as a freshman, A-10 6th woman player of the year. And it will be interesting to see what she finishes in the ACC because she's 3rd in scoring right now with some really highly talented players across the league.
3rd in the league, 13th in the NCAA. ACC tournament. I mean, regular season play, the conference tournament is going to be outstanding. There's so many teams that ACC fans really don't know about yet, and SMU is one of them.
Yeah, for sure. And it's interesting, too, adding those 3 teams, those 3 new teams, Jeff. Now this year, you have to make the ACC tournament. So the top 15 teams are going to the ACC tournament.
We got a timeout by Tori Verdi. And let's talk about the ACC for a minute, those 3 new teams. So Stanford is really good. We'll discuss, but they're not the best of the new ones. We'll discuss that as we continue. SMU up big. You could see the love for the game that she has.
She's passionate, right?
She is, and she plays hard. She plays with the little flair.
Chip on her shoulder a little bit. She
Probably
definitely does.
5'7". She probably heard, "Oh, you can't do this." you know, okay, I'll go to George Washington, but now I'm going to go back home and play at SMU, and what a start it has been. Good entry pass down low, but ball on the floor, battle for it, jump ball will be Pitt basketball. Quickly finish the thought about the new teams. Stanford is the name. They have been outstanding. As of right now, they're the worst of the three to come in.
Yeah, which is pretty crazy to hear the history that they have at that school. As Cal is the third one that, you know, has entered the league, and they're number 20. SMU played really well against Cal and it only lost by 6 points to them, but Cal has been phenomenal. Number 20 in the nation. Some great teams that they've added to the already powerful and strong ACC conference.
Good to see Mikayla Johnson get off to a good start. There have been some struggles, just 3 for her last 20 before that shot. So hopefully she can get something going. It's 24-7. SMU up big, and man.
Wow, night is what her teammates on the SMU bench over there. Robertson already her 4th 3, and we're just in the first quarter.
Faye trying to answer, just couldn't get it to drop. Robertson has it again. 5 of 10, 4 of 6 from 3. And the thing is, she hasn't really been outside of the offense. She's made a couple of nice passes, including one entry pass there. It's not like she's just coming down and jacking up every shot or taking them out of rhythm. That shot in the paint, of course, gets the roll. It's been all SMU. Jones gets her first bucket.
Now, Zanai Jones, the transfer from Villanova, the grad transfer point guard. Nice little point guard they have there in Jones.
Marley behind the back. Will drive and has the ball taken away. And I think a frustration foul by Marley against Marshall.
Yeah, absolutely frustration. She thought she got fouled herself, turns it over, and just that automatic reach in. That's such a bad play, but it happens so often at this level.
So Aislinn Malcolm is back in. You see Tori Verdi. As SMU, 10 of 18. That's okay. 7 of 10 from 3.
Insane. And just, we're still in the first quarter, and they have 7 threes already. 70%. They might score over 100 if they keep it up.
SMU shoots 36% in conference play from 3. They are only shooting 29% from 3 in the non-conference. Whatever they worked on should be a clinic.
Yeah, seriously, whatever happened over Christmas break.
And that 3 is blocked, and a foul down low. Is fighting for the rebound is Peterson with Elmore, and I think Elmore is going to get the foul.
Yeah, and that's tough for Elmore, the #1 offensive rebounder in the conference. And Peterson, you're trying to keep her off the glass. The shot was up. She just had bad positioning. You got to kind of let it go at that point and maybe try to out-jump her when you don't have good positioning.
Just the 4th foul on the Panthers, so an inbound for SMU. And Jones gets it into Peterson. Good catch, contested play the entire time, and Faye's going to pick up the foul. Khadija Faye with her first. Pitt is just 1 of 12 from the floor as Peterson goes to the line.
Yeah, and 2 back-to-back fouls against Peterson from Pitt's bigs, and they can't afford to get their post players in foul trouble. That is Pitt. Elmore and Faye need to keep themselves on the floor.
And SMU is without Embry and Brow today.
Yeah, and
Embry, a key post player for
them.
And it has obviously not affected them at the start.
Not much at all.
And Mikayla Johnson traveled. No, they called 3 seconds on Faye.
Yeah, she was planted inside there.
That's almost like a throwback call. You do not see 3 seconds called much at all.
Yeah, not too often.
Zanai Jones, 7 seconds, drives into the lane. Good switch to the right. The offensive rebound by Robertson. can't get it to fall, but she will go to the free throw line.
Just another offensive rebound for SMU, their 5th of the quarter. And your guards coming in, sprinting in, wanting that will and want to get that basketball was Robertson. She just knew it was hers. She came sprinting in from the corner there. All heart was that play. The 5'7", listed Jeff as 5'7", player coming in there, sky high. Yeah, she might be a little 5'9", 5'10".
This SMU team leads the ACC with 16 offensive rebounds a game. And you can see why. You mentioned that desire is a rare miss by Robertson. .9 to play here in the first, a big lead for SMU. And the second free throw is good. Substitution, Biggs back in, and Faye will sit down. So a full court pressure, not to give Pitt an easy shot. Quickly, running shot, no good, and that'll do it for the first quarter. It was all Robertson in the first quarter, just on those 10 made field goals. They've done a nice job in rhythm in the offense. They've moved really well, and then you get other players making plays and miss there. Let's see what the Panthers can do. Kind of get something going. Brooklyn Miles into the game for the first time.
Yeah, first time, and she's been a starting point guard for the Pitt Panthers. So to see her come off the bench, it will be interesting, her playing a different role today.
Panthers have had a few opportunities down low. So they look to try to finish, and they're doing so without Faye in the game right now. Marley, free throw line extended, no good, and a one and done opportunity. A rebound for Diana Cox. And a deep three is good. Khadija Woods with 3 threes.
Wow, it is raining threes in here, Jeff, for the Mustangs.
And as well as they've played offensively, the intensity defensively. Everything contested as Johnson hits a three for the Panthers.
There you go, for the Pitt Panthers, they needed that. But they can't trade buckets back and forth. They need to get some stops. This is really where Pitt needs to step up on the defensive end. Get a couple stops, a couple offensive good possessions to get back in this basketball game.
And the offensive rebound missed. The Panthers come down with the second opportunity. Marley loses the ball for a second. Robertson playing good defense. Plenty of time as Brooklyn Miles will set up the offense. Double screen. Miles drives to the lane, has the opening, and just couldn't finish the shot.
And really, she is so great downhill because she is so fast, but she has to do a better job at finishing the back at the hoop.
Marley for three, no good. Marley gets her own rebound and misses that. It's just one of those days for Pitt. Even when they've had good opportunities, it can't get it to drop.
Yeah, they are struggling big time. 12% they are shooting right now from the floor. That is not going to get it done.
Marshall going to hand it off. 10 seconds to shoot. Cox with it. Woods passes it up. Corner three. Kylie Marshall, the sophomore.
Another one stepping up. Another three.
Mikayla Johnson in and out on the three, and the rebound bounces to Woods. She's just going to bring it up. Wide open in the corner is Cox, no good. Offensive rebound attempt by Robertson, ball knocked out of bounds. It will be Pitt basketball.
And here's the thing, SMU is getting great looks from three. As you see here, Woods, just too much space. The communication on the Pitt side needs to be better. As last possession, they just missed the three in transition, but nobody picked up their three-point shooters. Their guards coming down the floor, just unacceptable.
Faye Faye wants it down low, double team coming, spin, and step on the baseline.
I believe he called 3 seconds again.
Wow, all right. So that's going to be the emphasis today.
Two already, both on 5.
Khadija Jones, Villanova transfer. Out to Pitts after the good defense by Washington. Pitts drives into lane, creates some separation, no good, but a foul call. And it's on Mikayla Johnson. And Robertson quickly back in.
Pitts, she's a quiet player for SMU, but boy, does she get it done. She's tough, she's strong. She does the little things for this Mustangs team.
And against Syracuse, Pitts 7 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists.
She knows her role when she plays it well.
Those are all critical categories. And free throw good. It's 40-10. SMU. Mikayla Johnson. One of the players that Pitt needs to step up. They need other scoring other than Faye. Elmore. Thought about it, looks to get it to Johnson, 9 to shoot. Drives into the lane. Mikayla Johnson, no good, gets her own rebound. The power dribble, though, knocked away by Robertson, and then a trap in the corner. And Elmore and SMU get a little mixed up. And a technical foul called on the bench by SMU.
Yeah, a little.
We'll take a timeout. We'll sort it all out. SMU up 40-10. So while we were gone, the officials are playing Etch-a-Sketch right here, and they're finishing their drawing right now. We've got fouls on both teams, and we'll look at it right here. Elmore gets a foul here for shoving, and then Robertson's getting a technical foul for coming in and using profanity at the Panthers. So the official came over and explained that to us, which was great. It was actually very nice, and not to out them, but one of the officials came over and said, honestly, we're making sure we look at it. We don't know exactly how this is going to play out. We're going to look at it all, but this is what we think we have. And they want to talk about it. If there's anyone you want to come in to solve a situation, Colin Sisk would be the person that could solve any situation and do it very diplomatically. As the officials continue to look at it. Listen, I get it for both sides. For Elmore, I appreciate the fact that she's showing a little fight, that she's frustrated. And I also understand SMU's side, like, hey, you're not going to push our players.
Yeah, and this is happening right on our bench. Literally, she was basically sitting on the bench over there on SMU's sideline. But I agree from Elmore, not that you want to see anybody pushing and shoving, but she is showing the fight that she has. You're not going to come in here and walk all over us. Even though it is a 30-point game right now, she's going to show she's standing up for her teammates and standing up for, you know, trying to get back in this basketball game any way she can.
I would think this, if Torrey were playing, he would be more like Elmore in that situation.
Yeah,
he'd want to keep fighting. He'd want his players to fight.
Right.
Within reason.
Thank you.
I think, again, a nice, good explanation here from the officials. So we've got an intentional foul on Elmore for the shove, and then a technical foul on Robertson. What they were checking was to make sure no one actually stepped out of that bench, and to SMU's credit, they did not. For as much as emotions can get riled up, they stayed. There was no hands on anybody. And again, a situation I think was handled very well by the officiating crew. As you see, they're right in there.
Yeah, because situations like that can escalate quite quickly, as you see it did there, but the coaches, thankfully, were also there to step in SMU's staff. The officials did a nice job of breaking that up. But yeah, credit to SMU's players for staying on the bench.
That's been the only thing to slow Nia down, was the stoppage of play.
Yeah, right.
She has had an amazing first half, 17 points and a tee. And I think she was talking to one of the fans about taking a picture or something, and yeah. She's fun, depending on which side you're on.
Yeah, who you're rooting for. Well, you appreciate good basketball, and
yes.
She's really given us a show today, that's for sure.
And she seems to play it the right way. Fox drives out, good block by Johnson. Here comes Washnitz for the Panthers. Boswell breaking down low, but Marley holds on to it. Good recovery defense from SMU. Mikayla Johnson inside the three-point line. No good. Faye with the offensive rebound, puts it up and in.
And she just takes her time. Great offensive rebound by Faye. No dribbles. 2 players on her. She goes up, finishes quite easily inside.
Jones, guarded by Washnitz. Hits. Stops, thought about it. Good defense here so far by the Panthers. Robertson has it with Miles on her. Loses it a little bit. 3 to shoot. Great defense by the Panthers. Jones gets off the 3, no good. And offensive rebound by SMU.
And wow, that is a killer for the Pitt Panthers. You play defense for the entire length of the shot clock. You make them take a difficult shot, but then you give up an offensive rebound. It is just too hard to overcome.
And a couple of rare misses from SMU. The Panthers, Johnson comes the other way, no good. And rebound by Peterson and a foul on Raven Boswell going over the back. It was funny. Boswell was turned in such a position that the official couldn't see her number, so he was waiting. It's like, and she just didn't turn the entire way. And it ends up that the foul is on Faye, not Boswell.
So he's looking at the wrong player, anyways.
And I think Torrey wanted a. There we go. It is on Boswell.
Yeah, he'll take that, because that would have been Faye's second foul. And they need her to get going in this first half to trim down this lead before the halftime break.
Drive in, kick. Robertson loses it. Washnitz on the floor, battle for it, and Robertson puts it up and somehow dances over a couple of players on the floor and will go to the line again.
Yeah, that was a fight for the basketball. Washnitz, Faye for the Pitt Panthers on the floor. Robertson still comes up with it. And unfortunately, Faye does get called for the foul there, which is her second, which is tough with 4 minutes to go in this first half. Do you take her out or just let it ride? Being down 28 points.
Robertson's career high is 31 as a sophomore at St. Bonaventure. She's got 18. Still 4:17 to play here in the second quarter.
She's having herself a nice little afternoon.
What a collection of players in the ACC this year. Fun conference to watch. Miles to Boswell to Washnitz, 15 still to shoot. Marley takes it to Miles, now 7 to shoot, into Faye. Faye drives in, no good. Robertson grabs the rebound. For Robertson, that's her 4th rebound.
Yeah, she's getting in there, getting it done.
Couple offensive. Jones has it. Approaching the 3:30 mark, it's been all SMU. So that hook shot is no good.
But again, another offensive rebound, Jeff.
Oh, good look. Just a little bit low, and Peterson couldn't handle it. As Jones tried to feed it to the 6'2" senior.
Okay, just a little bit too low. That's always tough. You think you have a nice pass as a point guard. It's just, you sometimes forget how tall or how big your post players are inside. You just don't bring it up high enough for them. You almost have to leave the perfect pass sometimes for a post player.
Brooklyn Miles. Mikayla Johnson working on a screen from Faye. Back to Miles, good give and go, and Faye finishes down low.
Yeah, and that was great execution by the Pitt Panthers on the offensive side. Johnson uses the ball screen. Faye slips to the rim, and she goes back to the same side for Brooklyn Miles to get the ball into her post player.
Faye has half of Pitt's points, and Robertson, as she was throwing the ball outside, a blocking foul on Mikayla Johnson. It's already 5 on Pitt, so free throws here for Robertson. 5 of 6 for Robertson at the line.
Yeah, and now in the bonus, going to the free throw line is SMU for the rest of the quarter.
SMU coming from Syracuse here. They'll have UNC at home, then go to Notre Dame, have Duke at home, and then go to Miami. Miami will be a little better weather situation.
I think they'll enjoy that.
Last few days.
Right. Even though it's been pretty cold in the Dallas, Texas area recently.
Dallas has been, for sure.
We've gotten some snow also.
Corner 3 by Johnson, in and out, and a rebound to Peterson. Peterson's able to dribble it up, and SMU sets up the offense. Just inside the three-point line, no good, and guess what? An offensive rebound. Although that was one that bounced to them. It was the 9th offensive rebound by SMU. SMU to inbound. Panthers are just 4 of 25 from the floor so far today. You want to credit some of the SMU defense, but some misses in opportunities for Pitt as well.
Yeah,
Robertson.
They came out super flat, the Pitt Panthers.
And 3 no good. And Johnson just let it bounce out of bounds. Biggs to inbound. Miles.
And you see SMU changing up their defense a bit, going zone here, a 2-3 zone.
And the ball knocked away. Here comes SMU. Kick out to Jones, and she's going to slow it down. Robertson wants it. Johnson out on her. Robertson now kicks it over to Jones. 13 to shoot. Jones drives in, and a foul on Battle. I don't know if their feet touched.
Yeah, tripped her up somehow.
Zania Jones went to the floor, and the grad student's going to shoot.
And that's where they wanted to keep Jones. It was a good read by Jones. Aaron Battle, Pitt, they're icing that ball screen, that high on the wing position ball screen. They're trying to force her back to the baseline.
And Zania, much like the SMU team, has gotten better in conference play. She's averaging 8.5 a game, but 11.5 during conference play, and 6 assists a game in ACC action.
Yeah, she's really stepped up her game, that's for sure, as of late. And you know, a lot of teams, coaches say, as their point guard goes, their team goes, and she is really has been a leader for them. Just her first year at SMU, but has had a lot of experience coming from Villanova, that grad transfer.
.126 to play in the first half. It's been all Mustangs. Johnson's floater is good.
Johnson, it's nice to see her being aggressive today. Yes, nice little 7 points, shooting 3 for 8. She'd like to get a couple shots back, but she is being aggressive and showing that she can get it done here today.
7 for 5, 7 for Johnson. And then 1 each for Elmore and Washington. Steal by the Panthers, ahead to Johnson. Johnson looking for 9 and a potential for 10.
And there she is. Her defense led to her offense. She has been getting it done today. She steps in the passing lane. You see here, excuse me, not in the passing lane. She gets her hand in there, gets it off of Jones, sprints the floor, finishes with the contact and 1 opportunity ahead.
That's one of those shots, like, especially if you went to a smaller school growing up, that you know, like the gym wall is right there.
Yeah, right.
In this case, it was the bracket, but good job of concentrating, finishing. Doesn't make the free throw, but still good finish. As we're under a minute to play here in the first half. SMU is just 1 for its last 10 shooting, so a much colder second quarter for the Mustangs than we saw in the first. Jones, and a 3 is in. Kylie Marshall.
And that's SMU. That was a heck of a play that they just ran, but executed it so well, and Pitt just got lost, completely lost. Nobody was finding their shooter. She came off, had a wide open look. When they're shooting the percentages that they are from 3, you have to find and locate shooters.
Jones, no good. Ball tipped around, and not enough time to put up a second chance point. SMU with its most points and a half this season here in Pittsburgh, at least in the first half. Although more so in the first quarter with 32 points than in the second with 17. Turnover for the Panthers right away, and here comes the Mustangs. Robertson. As SMU working that ball offensively, although a little miscommunication there. Jones has it in the corner, down to Peterson. Peterson turnaround hook shot, no good, and flying in for the rebound is Mikayla Johnson.
Yeah, that's a good looking turnaround for Peterson, but Mikayla Johnson for the Panthers skying high for that rebound.
By the screen, Johnson drives in, right-handed shot, no good. 5 fights for the rebound, and the ball into Brooklyn Miles' hands. So good effort there from the Panthers. Marley Washington's just short on the 3. Marley coming all the way out on Jones. Good hands. Jones gives it up to Pitts. TK Pitts just above the foul line. No good. Faye grabs the rebound. Khadija Faye now with 7 rebounds to go with her 7 points. The teams are playing even, just trading misses early on, and Elmore can't get that to drop. And a seated rebound for Kaja Woods.
Any way you can get it, right? You'll take it.
Rebounding advantage is 12 for SMU. Jones drives in, lefty shot, no good. Offensive rebound, the 10th. Peterson turnaround at the foul line, off the window, no good, but Johnson grabs the rebound for the Panthers. So no scoring yet in this second half. Marley stops, pops, there's the first points. And the first field goal for Washington's.
Nice pull up and transition, pull up 3 for number 11, Marley Washington.
Committing the foul as Jones was getting by her.
And
Marley had 32 points coming into this game in her last 2 games at home. Marley, a 34% three-point shooter. Wide open in the corner is Robertson. And a rare miss. Faye the rebound. And a skip pass. Good ball movement by the Panthers. Miles Johnson in front of the Pitt bench. Rolls in. 2 straight threes for Pitt.
And that 3 gets Johnson into double figures here. We'll see if Pitt goes back to Johnson, as she's been a bright spot for them and what they haven't had much of this afternoon.
Jones, Robertson. Robertson gets the screen. Good look down low, and Pitts is blocked by Faye.
Wow, what a possession. That was a great backdoor cut by TK Pitts. Great find by her guard and Robertson. And then Faye steps in and blocks it out of bounds. As you see here on the other end, Mikayla Johnson happy with that roll as she gets it for 3.
Pitt was due a roll, and they got one there. Robertson drives in, good kick out. Peterson has the ball knocked away. The Panthers 6-0 here in the third. A bullet pass into Faye, who turns around, an 8-0 run to start the second half for the Pitt.
Panthers needed that. Need a couple more stops. Toya Wilson not happy with it.
So SMU takes an early timeout. All 8 points here in the third, scored by the Pitt Panthers. As Marley Washnit's got the scoring started.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 threes, knocking them down. Marley Washnitz with 1, Mikayla Johnson with the other. And then you get it inside to your best player in Faye. Can they keep it rolling? I'm sure Toya Wilson on the other side, SMU's head coach, has a lot of adjustments that her team is making here mid-third quarter.
Panthers 2 of 3 from 3, 3 of 6 overall. Still, that was a bullet pass into Faye. Good hands by Faye to catch that and then immediately go up.
Yeah.
So Pitt, showing some resolve here after trailing big time at halftime. You see, good backdoor and extra pass, and the shot no good by Magaliko. Comes Pitt again. Marley Washnitz cut off on the baseline. Will stop from about 5, no good. Grabs her own rebound, up and in.
Heck of a play by Washnitz. Misses the jumper, but is right there for the offensive glass. Gets 2 SMU Mustangs up in the air and finishes.
Robertson drives in, and an offensive foul. And you see Toya Wilson settle down with her team.
Yeah, as they're 10-0, they didn't think they'd be seeing themselves on the opposite side of a 10-0 run during this basketball game, the way they played in the first half.
And really, it came easy. They earned it, but it came easy with 32 points in the first. You saw some signs of struggles in the second, and Pitt has dominated so far here in the third. Down low to Faye, good head fake, up and under move, and the foul. A 12-0 run to start the second half for the Panthers.
Heck of a play by Faye inside. Great footwork. Great play. You see the replay here. She squares up. 3 players inside on her. It doesn't matter. And 1 opportunity ahead for Khadija Faye.
Listen, you know where you're at. You're down 31 at half. But Pitt came out and they wanted to show something. They have so far here in the third.
Yeah, and I'm sure Tori Verdi was all over them at halftime. This is not the type of team that we are, and they really stepped up and are proving that here in the start of the third quarter.
So SMU to set up the offense. Man-to-man by the Panthers. Lead is 19. Robertson. Cut off. Shot clock down to 9. Jones's 3, no good. Rebound run down by Faye. That's her 9th. To go with 11 points.
That was a great defensive possession by the Pitt Panthers to force a bad shot by their point guard in Jones.
Moore, top of the key. She's just going to shoot it. No good. Faye there for the rebound. Up and under and the foul.
Wow, what a turn of events right now. Faye on the offensive glass. Again, another chance for a three-point play.
SMU dominated the first half, but so far in the third, it has been all Pitt. Panthers go to the line to make it a 15-0 run to start the second half. Torrey Verdi talking to his team. What is it that, is it simply that they've made shots? What has been different for Pitt here in the third?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, how fired up they came in the second half. They just looked lackadaisical, looked like they were still maybe in shoot around or sleeping. Just an early start on a Sunday afternoon. They just did not have the same kind of caliber play in that first half as they are in this third half, that's for sure. And SMU falling on the other side, looking like Pitt did in the first half. SMU came out of halftime thinking this was their game to win and they didn't have to play in the second half. But Pitt is sharing the basketball, though. They're getting contributions from different players in this third quarter.
4 assists on 6 made buckets so far. You know, we saw it as SMU come out and they were relaxed, and it's tough. You're up 31 to keep that intensity over an entire time. Let's see how SMU can kind of reignite what they were doing early in this game.
Yeah, it really is. And the shooting percentage too, Jeff. They were shooting it lights out in that first half.
Robertson, and there's Peterson, back to Robertson, 11 to shoot. Jones, good ball movement by SMU, but it's all through the perimeter. Robertson with 4 to shoot. A floater, wild, grab by Elmore. Johnson's got a chance, drives the lane, righty shot, rolls out, Faye fights for the rebound, and a foul on SMU.
And that's a great take by Mikayla Johnson. She just wants that back. She got to finish that one. She had a great cross-court drive to the basket, just can't finish on the inside.
4th foul on SMU. Toyelle Wilson, you saw her there. And a deep throw, Faye's able to grab it. Since it was a foul, the shot clock reset to 20. Marley. And again, foul on Peterson. Down low, trying to deny position for Faye, and for Peterson, that's her 3rd. And SMU is already down a big with Shantae Embry unable to play, the 6'1" senior. And they're hopeful that she'll be able to return. There she is. And maybe a couple of games. She had a bit of an ankle injury. And first free throw is no good by Faye. And it is tough in reality when you're up 31 to try to keep that intensity where you need it to be as Faye makes the second free throw. And the 31-point lead has been cut to 16 in just 6.5 minutes.
Yeah, a little bit more manageable now for Pitt to get back in this game as they've put themselves in a good position.
Peterson's righty shot, no good, and no second chance opportunities right now for SMU. Good rebound by Elmore, cross court. And down goes Faye. Before the shot, a foul called on SMU. On Nia Robertson.
Yeah, they were lucky that wasn't on Peterson.
Peterson and Marshall will step out. Magaliko back in. Faye's free throws, money. Khadija Faye, 15 points, 9 rebounds. What an amazing third quarter for Pitt. 16-0. And a miss is grabbed by Jones.
Yeah, unbelievable here. What's going to happen with SMU? 7 minutes cold. How will they finish this third quarter?
And Miles is really intense there in guarding the switch now, and Elmore is out on her. Nearly a turnover, and indeed it is a turnover. Marley shoots the three. Marley washing it, and it's a 12-point game.
Marley feeling it. That was a heat check kind of shot for her as her little celebration down the court.
19-0.
Unbelievable right now. Unbelievable turn of events, Jeff.
Panthers D'ing up. Pitts. Her shot no good. Rebound by Washington.
Everything going Pitt Panthers' way right now.
Chance to cut it to single digits. 5. It's a 10-point game. 21-0 run by Pitt. And losing the control of the ball is Robertson. Here comes Miles, does not have numbers. Over to Marley. Marley settles it down. Elmore down low to 5. 5 turnaround. It's an 8-point game.
This is incredible, Jeff. I can't even believe what we were seeing before our eyes right now. Torrey Verdi is fired up. His face is hot red over there. He is so hyped for his players. What a third quarter.
This is remarkable. Pitt was down 31 at half. Jones's jumper, no good. Rebound by Pitt. 1 minute to play on an unbelievable third quarter here at the Peterson Event Center.
Yeah, and SMU unable to score the basketball, but they're getting no second chance opportunities. They have 2 offensive rebounds. They average almost 17 a game. And they're one and done. They're not taking good looks. They're frustrated. You can see it all over their face. They look tired. They don't look like the same team that they were in the first half. But credit to Pitt. They have stepped it up. They're playing unbelievable basketball, team basketball right now. Their defense is leading to their offense. They're doing everything right.
Brooklyn Miles, 58% free throw shooter, nails that one. One of the captains for this Pitt team. Calmly knocks them both down. The lead is 6.
Yeah, and everything right now, like we said in the first half was going SMU's way, everything is going Pitt Panthers' way right now. Even those free throws by Brooklyn Miles, she's only a 57% free throw shooter, and she knocks both of them down.
SMU won the first quarter 32-7. It's 25-0 Pitt here in the third. And it is 3 seconds on SMU. We've seen that called a couple of times on Pitt, now the first time on SMU.
Yeah, and that's their 5th turnover of the quarter. They're just out of sorts right now. All out of sorts. They cannot get it together.
Six-ish, 5 seconds in between shot clock and game clock. Miles is looking up at it. Elmore has it. Elmore was looking for a quick back door. Johnson, open 3. Mikayla Johnson! It's a 3-point game.
Wow, what a hit by Johnson, but what a play. So well executed. They wanted to get her on the back door. They didn't have the backdoor look. She comes off of the down screen by 5. Panthers. SMU, I'm sure Coach Wilson over there is doing all she can in that timeout to get them coming out to play Mustangs basketball like they did in the first half, because that third quarter was all Pitt Panthers.
And that is only the second offensive rebound of the second half for a team that lives it. So second chance opportunity here as SMU tries to find it. Ball knocked away from Peterson and grabbed by Khadija Faye, and a chance for Pitt to tie it.
Washington's digging down on Peterson there, gets her hands on the basketball. turnover by Peterson, back to Pitt Panthers.
Miles drives in, kicks it out. Marley for the tie, short. But Marley runs down the rebound, loses it for a second, grabs it, double teamed, and is able to get it free. Brooklyn Miles will set it up. Good senior leadership there by Miles to just recognize, step it out. Marley, Elmore's three, we're tied!
Wow. Elmore, the 30% three-point field goal shooter, loves to step it out, that post player, and knock it down for three, as that was a huge one as we're tied in this fourth quarter. What a turn of events, Jeff. This is incredible.
And Robertson forces a shot and is fouled. As Elmore,
yeah.
on the second chance opportunity. And Robertson will go to the line to try to give SMU the lead back and get the first points of the second half for the Mustangs. And what a first half it was. 21 points for Robertson.
Yeah, right above her season average in just a half.
And Robertson gets the free throw. Dwayne Wilson just, man, you kind of come out, it settled down, and this Pitt just got on a run. And it is now a 2-point game. SMU in the lead. Faye really wanted it down low. And we've seen the 3 seconds called, so she got out of the paint.
Yeah, we saw that twice today, and then you see right now SMU changing to 2-3 zone, trying to change something to slow Pitt down.
Johnson, 7 to shoot. Miles, Marley wants it. Corner three for the lead. Marley Washington and the Panthers lead after being down by 31 at half.
Wow, Marley Washington's feeling it from three today. Not your typical go-to three-point shooter, but she's shooting it for 50%, 3 for 6 from behind the arc is Marley Washington.
And a turnover, good hustle by the Panthers, and the loose ball is fumbled out of bounds. It will be Pitt basketball. And this gave Pitt the lead.
You see here, Brooklyn finds her shooter. Washington's in the corner for 3. Huge bucket.
34-2 run in the second half. Marley Washington won't roll in, but Elmore's there for the putback ball, knocked loose on the floor of the Panthers, and it is Pitt basketball. Khadija Faye tying up SMU. Be Pitt ball. Pitt looking for a first ACC win of the year, and if we would have said that at halftime, it would have almost been insulting to say that.
Yeah, absolutely, but now 1-point lead. You were down 31. It's just incredible fight.
And the ball knocked away. Good job by Pitts. Here comes SMU the other way, and a foul called on Marley Washington. And SMU will have to earn it at the foul line.
Yeah, Washington didn't like that, but TK Pitts doing what she does best, getting in the passing lane. Marley Washington's just an unfortunate position, even though she didn't like the call. That's her 4th foul. And that's a tough one for Pitt right now.
Marley with 12 points, 11 in the second half, and Pitt's free throw misses.
Who's gonna leave her out on the floor? It's an interesting take right now. 7 minutes left.
It's a tough call. You're in such a roll.
No. I would almost go with it too. Just roll with her out on the floor.
We've coached. Coaches always make the right call.
Absolutely. I mean, she's a smart player. We talked about that before.
But she's an aggressive player, and sometimes those can be in conflict. Miles crossover, drives in, ball is loose, and an offensive foul called on Brooklyn Miles. Again, Pitt's doing one of those little things.
Yeah, stepping in and stepping up for her team now when they need her. She knows things aren't going their way. She's trying to get to the free throw line, trying to steal it on defense, trying to step in there, taking that charge.
Jones was left wide open and buries a three. Huge bucket for the Mustangs.
Yeah, big bucket for the point guard there. Nice looking three. Washington goes under the screen and she knocks it down.
Pitt down 2. Mikayla Johnson to Miles. Cross court, Marley, a good head fake. And the 2 is perfect. Marley Washinitz with 14.
Marley Washinitz having a game of her career, best game probably of her career.
And we said 32 points in her last 2 in this building, and now 14 here this afternoon.
She's been playing some good basketball as of late.
How about an answer 3, no good. Elmore grabs the rebound. Pitt has done such a better job on the glass in the second half.
Yeah, really containing SMU. Not to get offensive rebounds. We've said it how many times they're leading the conference in offensive rebounds.
Elmore stops and pops just short. Fighting for the rebound is Faye, but she just couldn't control it. Goes into the bracket and is helped up.
But you love to see that fight. They are really doing everything they can to win this basketball game in the fourth quarter here.
We have what is going to be an exciting finish here in the fourth. 10-win SMU against the 8-win Panthers. Stopping and popping, Jones in and out. Faye rips down the rebound, a double-double for Faye. Marley left open. Marley for 3, no good. Robertson runs down the rebound. Robertson drives that right-handed floater, no good. Fighting for the boards again is Pitt's, but controlled by Pitt. Miles. Elmore, 3, good!
Wow, what a shot, and what a turn of events. Nia Robertson, the ACC's third leading scorer. Her runner, it's typically money for her. She misses it, and Pitt Panthers go down on the other end. Elmore for 3, what a huge shot for her.
Pitts. Jones has it. Back it back out. Her 3 is no good. Look at that great battle by Elmore to go between 2 SMU players to secure the rebound. Miles down low to Faye. Faye is fouled. Will go to the line. Pitt is up 3. Pitt, a 39-5 advantage in the second half. And the Panthers lead by 3. Red hot in the second half, setting program history here in the third quarter. Never before had they allowed no points in a quarter, and they nearly broke the program record with points allowed in the first quarter.
This is incredible, jaw-dropping. I mean, to see where SMU was in that first half and where they are in this second half, I don't know if it's worse or what Pitt is doing is better. I mean, it's 2 extremes right now. SMU was a completely different team. We were talking, we thought they were going to break 100 points the way they were scoring the basketball in the first half. And now, it's all Pitt.
And Faye with 20 and 11. I mean, credit to this man. Whatever Torrey said, did, fight, I mean, the players have to do it, but I don't know what the message was at halftime. I'm as curious about that as anything, as Faye makes both free throws. Robertson, oh, nice spin, drive the lane, ball knocked away and off of Pitt. Boy, what a quick first step there by Robertson.
Yeah, she's so fast. That quick first step that she has. That's why her runner in the lane, she is small when she gets inside there, but she has another nice little point guard layup, little runner, little floater that she likes to get to, just hasn't fallen for her in the second half.
Pitts. Look down low to Peterson, back to Pitts. Pitts, and if that's on Washnitz, she's out, and it is. That's her 5th.
That's tough. That's really tough for Tori Verdi's team. She's been playing a heck of a basketball game, especially in this second half.
Well, she was a big part of that third quarter, historic third quarter for Pitt. And Pitts will go to the line. Now it's up to Erin Battle to kind of keep that going for Pitt. 3:50 to play, Pitt's up 4.
And she's a good player to put in right now for Washington. She's such an even kill kind of player. She holds her emotions strong. She's not a flary kind of player. She plays really, really well. And I'm sure she's going to get in here and play well with the Panthers now.
Ball off the leg of SMU's Khadija Woods.
Here's SMU extending their pressure, trying to change something up, switch things up a little bit to turn this momentum.
And ball knocked away, but into Faye. Down low is Battle, lays it up and in, and a foul.
And Erin Battle steps right in to where Pitt was just playing.
And it was like the first half. SMU was doing everything right, but the ball bounces Pitt's way, and they're able to find an open person down low.
Yeah, and that's a pass from Faye, your center, who finds a wide open Erin Battle inside. And that was SMU sending 2 double team in, trying to trap, trying to turn them over. But they let Erin Battle slide.
All around and out. What a save by Johnson, but a steal by SMU, stolen back by Brooklyn Miles, stolen back by SMU. Woods leading the break, and boy, that was a, Pitt gets that and the foul. It could be a tough deficit to overcome. Meanwhile, SMU keeps fighting, goes down the other way, and they're going to shoot a couple of free throws.
Yeah, and TK Pitts gets herself to the free throw line. You see here, Brooklyn Miles, heads up point guard play. She needs just to pull that out. You're up by 6 points, pull it out. Instead, she turns the basketball over, and SMU takes advantage, and Elmore does get her on the wrist there. TK Pitts can put themselves in a better position right now.
How about Woods with the reach, and not only to be able to reach, deflect it, grab it, and lead the break at 6-1.
Yeah, that was a nice play by, Woods on the other end.
And a couple of misses, and then a frustration foul by Woods.
Yeah, these last 3.5 minutes, Pitt needs to do a really good job. Not just taking care of the basketball, valuing the ball, but executing their offense, getting good looks, making good passes, sharp, hard passes that your teammates are going to catch. They don't need to do any home run type of plays right now, just like out top right here. Too much dribbling and you turn the basketball over.
And what a great defensive effort by Zanai Jones. And she just decided she was going to get into Miles, able to get that. And then while on the ground, SMU called a quick timeout.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't know if that was Tori Verdi or their teammates, the point guard not knowing what they're in. That's just too much time up top. She's out there. She doesn't know what she's calling. She doesn't know what set they're in. That's just too much time, especially when SMU is doing all they can to get the basketball back.
All right, if you're in the SMU huddle, you're down 5. You still got a chance. I mean, the avalanche has hit you. How do you dig out here?
They got to get downhill, and they got to go quick. I think they have to go quick right now. They don't have to rush things, but I think they need to play through their best player and Nia Robertson. I mean, she's third in the league in scoring. You have to go to your best player right now. You have to play through her. And then on the defensive side of the basketball, I think they need to, you know, they have to watch for fouls, but they have to try to get the basketball back. They're not in a, you know, they don't need to be crazy right now and get it back in the first few seconds, but they have to change up their defense. It kind of threw Pitt off these last few possessions. I think they need to get their defense going, and then their best player on offense, you have to play through Robertson right now.
61-56. If you're joining us late, Pitt trailed by 31 at half. A 28-0 third quarter, and Pitt is up, has a 15-7 advantage in the fourth. SMU won the first 32, or led 32-7 after one. Robertson with 23, Faye with 21, so the two stars indeed have been the two leading scorers. Robertson creates a jumper, no good. Rebound to Brooklyn Miles.
Yeah, and that's what SMU does. They draw up a play in that timeout for their best player, and they execute it really, really well. They get their best player a shot. You just can't knock it down.
And Pitt's best player just couldn't make it happen. Ball loose on the ground. Who else comes up with it but Pitts?
Yeah, she's been playing great basketball in this second half.
Peterson blocked by Faye.
What a block by Khadija Faye. Big play. And now this is where, this is what I was just talking about. The Panthers need to do, and that's Brooklyn Miles. That's the point guard's fault. You're passing it to Elmore at the half-court line. That's just unacceptable when you're up by 5 points. Need to value the basketball.
Thank you as a guard for stepping up for all the big people that have not controlled a situation like that. Robertson, and Faye grabs the rebound. Peterson over the back.
Hey, if that was me, Jeff, as a point guard, I would be taking the blame there for sure. You are. You're the extension of your head coach on the floor. You have to take the blame when it's on you, and even if it isn't on you, you're the leader out there on the floor.
So one player is fouled out. That's Marley Washenitz, 14 points, and now Peterson is the only one with 4 and a timeout for Tori Verdi, as it was down to 2 seconds left before Panthers cleared the timeline.
What a win this will be for Pitt if they can hold on. Not only their first win, but what they overcame.
Well, I think even back to Thursday, a 7-point lead, I believe, at halftime against Louisville. And then you kind of fretted it away in the third quickly. It went away, and Louisville kind of gained control. This one was not only the opposite way, but in a crazy extreme where Pitt comes out in the third. SMU still a minute 59 to play. It will be Pitt basketball. They have 2 seconds to get it over the timeline. So you wonder if there'll be a play where you just throw it to Faye over the timeline. Down to Johnson. Johnson lets the defender go by, and Pitt is up 7.
What a play Tori Verdi drew up on that timeout right there. ATO, what a great ATO after timeout play.
3 no good. Faye has it and gives it up to the guard.
Come on, guards take care of the basketball for a reason, or handle the basketball for a reason, right?
Mikayla Johnson just passed that up, and a foul by Woods, and Johnson will go to the line. And you know, a 7-point game, 1:30 to play. We're kind of nearing that time where you've got to think about fouls.
Yeah, absolutely, and they just did there. So they're going to play that foul game, trying to foul and then get more possessions on the offensive end. As Pitt really, I mean, their guards don't shoot the best of free throws. Brooklyn Miles only 57%. Mikayla Johnson, who's at the free throw line right now, only shoots at 55%, but does knock it in.
It's the front iron roll. Pitt has a 45-7 advantage in the second half. The second one, no good, an offensive rebound by Pitt. And Panthers going to run some clock. Miles Johnson, 7 to shoot. And an offensive foul called on Elmore. Trying to set a screen.
Yeah. Moving screen. Yeah, she did.
That's 4 on Elmore. Kind of like that. That's the right but gutsy call by the officials. They've called some 3 seconds today, which is the right call. You don't see that often. But and on both teams. Robertson now with 1:10 to play, drives in. Lefty shot is blocked by Khadija Faye.
And it goes off Robertson. What a play. Khadija Faye steps in. Nia Robertson trying to get downhill, does a really nice job, but you're going over 6'3" post player. You're 5'7", just trying to go up with her. She does have great elevation, but great block by Faye, and then she knocks it out on SMU.
There's 2 of the best players in the ACC head-to-head right there, and Miles is fouled by Robertson. And Robertson with her 4th. It was all smiles in that first quarter.
Wow.
All kinds of holding threes and, you know, putting to sleep. And
yeah.
Pitt came out in the second half. It was not to be messed with.
No.
Free throw was good.
I mean,
I don't know how many games in the history of college basketball where a team has come back from down 31 at half and won.
yeah, that's incredible. Toya Wilson, what do you even say to your team after this game? It's just 2 completely different teams that you saw from first half to second half. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't know how much you burn this tape or really try to focus in on what got away. Jones's 3 is good. Cut it to 7. Now we're gonna try for a steal or a foul. The steal didn't happen. Robertson doesn't want to foul. She has 4. And the foul by Marshall. But Pitt was able to run some time off the clock.
Yeah, Nia Robertson yelling at her teammates. She wants to stay in to try to hit some threes or get some buckets in this last 40 seconds for her team.
Miles hits the first one. Miles with 5. Faye with 21. Johnson with 18. Washenitz with 14. 23 for Robertson. The lead is 9. Robertson stops, no good. Rebound to Pitt by Elmore. And good ball movement by the Panthers and a foul there by Hall against Johnson. And Pitt, which trailed much of the game, now has an advantage on the glass and the same number of offensive rebounds and the same number of turnovers.
Now, if Pitt can play this way
in the second
moving forward in the second half that they did here today, they would put themselves in a really nice position in the ACC.
Jones, 3 no good, a foul. Is it on Pitt? It is. Trying to clear out. No, it's on Pitts for SMU.
Tori Verdi is fired up. Officials might be reviewing the play.
Thank you. Yeah, they're going to look for an intentional foul. And Tori got wanted to say something. The official was just like, we got this. We got it, coach. Man, I mean, Pitt's going to win this game.
Right. Up 11.
So in town, Sidney Crosby. Okay, here's a look. Yeah, I mean, the arm trailed. I don't know. What I was going to say is Sidney Crosby, one of the greatest hockey players of all time. And their coach said the other day, I'm running out of adjectives. And I kind of feel like that about this second half. I'm running out of words to use to describe what Pitt has done here today. And what this might mean for the program going forward. Not saying that they're going to go and, win the conference or even finish above 500, but with this type of win, how you can show recruits how this is how we play, and if we do this, look at what we can do.
Yeah, this is, they're going to take a lot of positive out of this second half. That is for sure.
And for this team to be able to show the resiliency to do this, the officials are going to meet. And if you're SMU and Toyel, it's trying to put this behind you, because you've got UNC at home, then you got to go to Notre Dame, then you got Duke at home in the next 3. And SMU coming off that great win against Syracuse. They beat Stanford this year. A tight game at FSU. And they've really played well their first year in the conference and just kind of figuring it out, and what a buzzsaw the ACC is.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't take any day or night off in the ACC, that's for sure. And Pitt is showing SMU that here today.
And while SMU will have another day, the second half and overall this game belongs to Pitt, as we'll come get an explanation.
Three.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So the official came over, and kudos to the officiating crew today for explaining all of this to us. But what is going to happen is there was a foul on number 2 for SMU, Pitts, and then a technical foul for that arm swing that we saw on the Panthers. So Pitt will shoot 2, then SMU will shoot 2, and then SMU will get the basketball. So not often you get a technical foul called on you and then you go shoot free throws. Both free throws are good. Now SMU will shoot free throws.
Shooting free throws for SMU, number 3, Mikayla Robertson.
Robertson, just how this second half went for SMU. Mikayla Johnson, I believe, tied a career high with 21 points. SMU to inbound, trailing by 13. And the Three-pointer, no good. Pitt holds onto it. And this ties the largest deficit overcome in NCAA history. The most